Alright, BB40 here with the HK MG4 review, and I'd have to say, after doing the vector review and looking it over again, and then doing this one, there's no doubt in my mind now that the HK is far superior to the vector, and I would say even well worth the Zombux. It's much strong, and I'll show that here. And you can go back and review in my vector review video, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to skip ahead and jump right up to where I buy the HK MG4. And as I mentioned in the other videos that I do, I recommend getting the Beretta for your tier 1. That's what I'm using right here, the Beretta, and upgrading it all the way to 5 stars. And it'll take you to the point where, you can all you gotta do is lay down 3 or 4 turrets and a buff tower, and it's strong enough to kill enough zombies to earn yourself up to another $5,000 is what you need. About 5,000 to buy your way all the way up to get the HK. And I can't tell you why I hesitated, but I was looking at something, distracted by something. Well, I probably was falling asleep. So anyway, here's the HK. The big thing you're going to see that I noticed that convinced me that the HK is much stronger than the vector is when we get up to about wave 40, you're going to see that this HK can just, in one pass, and you watch how I just, my leaf blower here just kind of wave it around and just blows all the zombies off the map. You'll notice that if you look at wave 40 in both of these videos, you will see that the HK can just blow away the large black brute zombies, the big black ones. Just one pass, it goes by the big black ones and they go flying. The vector will take 2 passes to take down a big black brute at wave 40. So that's where I really noticed the difference in the strength of the 2 guns. That really convinced me that the HK is actually worth the Zombux. It is that much stronger. I don't understand why they put DPS numbers with each gun. Like if you were to look at my fully upgraded vector, it says it has 35,000 DPS, damage per second. And that the HK only has 33,000. That would make you think that the vector is stronger. I mean, logically, it should convince you that the vector is a stronger gun because it's 35 compared to 33,000. But it's not. It's not till you actually do this comparison side by side and look at how they take down the zombies. How quickly and how efficiently and how soon it can actually take down a big boss with just one swipe, one quick pass. I mean, it takes down the boomers with one pass. It takes down the blue and white brutes, and it'll take down the big brutes. I think all the way to about wave 50 or so. We'll see as we go through this. So there's a blue and white brute right there in the bottom down there. There's one coming up now on the right. That's what I call the blue brutes. Now the big brutes are going to start showing up at around wave 35, 36. And you watch when I go past them with this HK, how they go flying. And that's what really showed the strength of the HK compared to the vector, because the vector cannot do that. Not on a single swing pass. Not this, like I'm rotating around here, just blowing them all off the map. You watch when I go by, say that's that brute just went flying. You watch when the big black ones come out. Here's one, not yet, but they'll be here shortly. Here comes one on the left. See, it just knocked it, just a quick pass, and it went flying. Here comes one up the right. I mean, I just grazed it on the first one and almost blew it off the map. If you go back and look at the vector review, same type of thing, and you will see that the vector could not do this. The vector could not send the big brutes flying on a single pass. So that's how I realized that, yeah, the HK is definitely a stronger weapon. but it also costs twice as much in Zombux to buy it. So that's up to you guys if you want to. To me, it was worth it to save the money, the Zombux, not really money, but game money, Zombux, and get the HK. I'm glad I got it on my main account. So what I'm doing now, though, is I'm playing to get more Zombux so that in both accounts I can have both guns. And I'm going to look at, as I purchase them, I'm going to look at how much Zombux it takes for each half-star upgrade. And I'll put a total in the description below, adding up the total of how much Zombux you will need to buy each weapon all the way. You can get it fully upgraded to 5 stars. And I know it's going to take more than twice as much Zombux for the HK. I already know it's a lot more, but I think it's worth it. You'll see it takes down the. We're gonna have the first boss come out here, wave 50, and you see how quickly it takes it down. And the wave 100 and the wave 150 and the wave 200. I show all the different boss waves in this video here. I didn't have them all for the last one, but you really only need to see the first 100 waves to realize how much stronger the HK is when you do the comparison. So he went down. I mean, I think it took it down quicker than the Vector. Now when you shoot bosses, I highly recommend, even the big brutes, if they're close to you and you want to take them down quicker. But if you want to take down the bosses quicker, hit them in the head. I mean, they got big heads, aim for the head. And you'll know when you're getting a headshot on a boss because your crosshairs, the X will light up red. When you see it go from white to red, then you know you're getting a headshot. And what that does is it gives you, I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe it gives you 50% more damage for a headshot than if you did a body shot. It is definitely worth the effort to try to kill the bosses with headshots. You know, just concentrate on the heads. Like I said, you'll know it when you see the X turn red. You'll know that you're getting a headshot. Yeah, I'm going to go through and show, if you want to watch the remainder of the video, I'm going to show the different waves, bosses when they come out. We already did wave 50. I'm going to skip ahead to wave 100. And I'm also going to show 150 and 200 and 250. And I think I even have 300 in here. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, so my strategy, just to highlight that again, every time I go into game now, I just start on this left side here on the upper deck. And I start off, like I mentioned, I bought the Beretta for the tier 1 gun. And if you just get it fully upgraded and just drop, all you need to do is drop like 3 turrets. And they will keep you safe all the way to like wave 15 or more, which will give you time to get about $6,000 in cash and just skip your way all the way up to the tier 6 gun. Don't even waste your time stopping at tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just, you don't need to. You really don't need the to even bother equipping those guns. You want to get yourself up to tier 6 as quick as you can. If you still got the minigun, it's still stronger than all the other tiers. So you still want to get up there to that minigun as quick as you can. And what I do here, my strategy, once I get that tier 6 weapon, whether it's the HK or the Vector or the minigun, then I start dropping more turrets. I drop a buff tower pretty much right on the edge where you see it right there in the middle of the main deck edge. I drop a buff tower. I go out 3 turrets toward the center of the deck, and then I drop a healing station. And I typically drop that first healing station at about wave 50 when the first boss comes out. And then I will just build out from there. I'll just keep adding turrets and just building out. And One thing I did notice is I'm going to show at the end of this video about wave 425, 430. Why I almost have the entire circle filled with turrets. And if I remember right, I'd have to look back in the other vector video, but even at wave 550 I show in the vector video, I didn't have as many turrets down. Because the vector cannot kill the zombies as quickly as this HK. It cannot kill as many zombies. Let's put it that way. So when you turn off the auto skip, or turn it on, you turn on auto skip, when it skips from wave to wave, you will leave some zombies behind in the previous waves. See, what happens is each wave will generate a certain number of zombies. I don't know what that number is exactly. To me, it looks like there's maybe about 200, 250 zombies out there. Once you hit that point, you're not going to get another zombie to spawn until you kill one. When you kill one, then another one will spawn. Okay, so there's a limit to the number of zombies that'll be out on the map at any one time. And if you reach that limit, then the other zombies won't spawn. And if you keep skipping through the waves like that, then more and more and more zombies will get left behind and will never spawn. That's why in some of my earlier videos I recommend that you turn off the auto skip and that you kill all the zombies so you get all that credit. You get the money and you get the Zombux. I was told by the developer that every zombie will give you 10 Zombux when you kill it. Doesn't matter what zombie it is. And it doesn't matter what wave you're at or anything. It does not increase over time. It doesn't increase when you get to higher waves and the zombies get stronger. You don't get more money and more Zombux for killing the same zombie. It's always the same. They just get harder to kill. You want to kill as many zombies as you can when you're kind of a beginner player. And if you want to earn that Zombux to be able to buy these tier 6 weapons, you want to get every Zombux you can from killing every zombie that you can. So you want to turn off the auto skip. And I recommend turning it off when you're kind of a new player and you're working your way up here. Turn it off about every 20 or 30 waves. Just turn it off and kill all the zombies. Just clean them all up and get all that Zombux, because you're going to need all that Zombux. And if you wait till you get to higher waves, you don't get as much Zombux because the zombies are so much harder to kill. You don't kill as many zombies in the higher waves as you do in the lower waves. So you want to take advantage of the lower waves. I typically now, I still do occasionally turn off the auto skip. I don't do it that much anymore because, especially when I use the HK, I don't need to. If I were to turn the auto skip, the zombies would stop spawning because the HK pretty much kills them all. It doesn't leave any behind. And the vector is about the same. It will not leave any zombies behind. So if you wanted to clean everything up and get all those kills and all that Zombux, I'd recommend turning off the auto skip at wave 200. Just do that, and that's the only time you'll need to do it. Just turn off the auto skip at wave 200 and just keep killing the zombies till they don't spawn anymore, and then this whole new wave will start, and then you can turn the auto skip back on. But yeah, you want to remember that, is that you want to kill as many zombies as you can in the first 200 waves. You want to get all that Zombux, because after that the zombies get more and more difficult to kill, and you cannot collect Zombux as quickly as you can in the early waves, if that makes any sense. So anyway, what I'm doing is I lay down my turrets strategically so I don't have any gaps. I try to not leave any gaps at all in the middle of all the turrets. And that way I don't accidentally drop a healing station in the wrong place. I want to keep going to the same location so it always heals everything within that circle. You gotta stay consistent with your HK. I mean, with your healing towers. Anyway, this is funny. That boss came up and he ran away when he saw my HK, but the zombies are prodding him in the ass and sending him back up. Say, get back up there and fight. He's like, no, I don't want to go up there. I don't want to die. It's suicide. I don't want to do this. but they left him no choice. He died with dignity. So I thought that was funny that he came up that ramp and he turned around and left. He ran away. It's like, run away, run away. And they prodded him in the butt and sent him back up. Anyway, so I'm showing you how I fill up the, and when you get to this point, when you get to high waves, like wave 300 now, when the healing station goes away, I don't care about checking on the turrets and see what their health is. I just go and drop another healing station, because with killing all these bosses, you're never going to run out of money. You're always going to have the money to keep dropping healing stations whenever you want to. Don't worry about stretching them out and conserving the money, because you definitely get the money with all the bosses coming out. So anyway, I appreciate you checking this out. And I recommend just go back, look at the Vector video, check it at certain timestamps, you know, certain waves, and look at the difference between how quickly the zombies are dropped, especially the big brutes, by the HK. It is a lot stronger. So thanks for checking out the video. Appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with friends, and catch me in the next one. Thanks. Bye.